Pooja Makhija, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of gut microbiome and its effect on human health. About 5 to 7 years ago, no one had heard of the microbiome. Today, we're obsessed with it, and for the right reasons. There are about 100 trillion single-cell organisms living in and on our body. The RNA and DNA of these microorganisms are outnumbering the human RNA 10:1. So literally, we're only 1% human and 99% bacteria. Interesting, right? Yes. We have about 500 different species of microorganisms that are living in our gut. In some cases, these are helpful bacteria or helpful microorganisms, and some of them are harmful. The problem is many of us have too much of the harmful or have too little of the good bacteria in the right places. And this causes intestinal disorders such as IBS, SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, leaky gut. It even leads to inflammation, it leads to depression, cancers, and various other metabolic diseases. Now, there are different forms of diets which can affect our microbiome, okay, and taking care of our gut lining has become the priority of most nutritionists, because the gut is not only important for digesting our food, absorbing the nutrients, and getting rid of the waste products, but it is also extremely important to keep our immunity up, to boost our brain and its brain cells, and taking care of our emotions and moods. Did you know that about 90% of the serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone, is produced in our gut, and that about 70% of your body's immune cells make home in your intestinal gut lining? Well, how you eat is the only way you can take care of your gut. And taking care of your gut is extremely important. Having a diet which is very rich in processed foods, high in sugar, diets which are very low in fiber, or the prebiotics, we'll come to this in a bit, can affect our gut adversely. Or taking drugs such as antibiotics or acid blockers, all of these kill the healthy flora or the actual colony or the rainforest of these varied species in our gut. Okay, there is a term which is used in when we talk about the microbiome. It is known as weeding, seeding, and feeding. Weeding is the process by which you kill the harmful bacteria. Seeding is the way in which we reinstall the healthy probiotics or the healthy bacteria in our gut, and feeding is then keeping this healthy bacteria well fed. Okay, so let's distinguish between probiotic and prebiotic. It seems to be a term that is confusing for many. Probiotics are the actual single-cell organisms, healthy organisms that are living in our gut, who is making our serotonin and keeping our immunity good, helping us absorb nutrients, make vitamins, make vitamin B12, make vitamin K. Those are the probiotics. And the food that you eat that feed this healthy bacteria is known as prebiotics. So let's talk a little bit about the commonly used probiotic foods. Now, all fermented foods quite clearly are probiotic foods. Yogurt is one of the most accessible probiotic food that we all have access to. So yogurt would be a great way to feed our healthy bacteria. Fermented vegetables is another way to increase this diversity of the gut flora. It's very easy to make again. Take any vegetables, salt and water. Cut the vegetables in equal proportion or in equal cubes. Cover them with the salt and water and keep them in a jar for a few days. Now, how long it will take to ferment will depend upon which vegetable you have chosen and the weather that it is. You can take onions, you can take cauliflowers, different types, carrots, turnips, so many different vegetables can be fermented for increasing this biodiversity. Kimchi and sauerkraut are the international versions of these easily accessible fermented vegetables, but we can make them even at home. The pickles that we usually do as Indians are a great way to increase fermented vegetables. Kombucha is also a fermented drink, which is also available to us and can be made at home if you can get the start culture for kombucha. Other forms of fermented vegetables that we do as we do them as Indian diets are idlis and dosas and fermented tofu, fermented soya bean, which is tofu or paneer. These are also all fermented foods and can increase the biodiversity of these gut lining microbiotes that are so beneficial to us. So I hope this video helps you to understand how gut health can affect your moods and your health, and the gut-brain access to good immunity, good moods and good health always. Thank you.